Hey everybody, Brendan here from Wexler's Prime, just to discuss the second track, Idle Hands, on the upcoming album Fossil Constellation, which is out on May 29th on Dystonic Music. Now, for those, when you hear this track, you'll realize that it is a gigantic ode to Rush, which is a constant source of inspiration for Wexler's Prime and basically all music that I have and ever will do. Specifically, this song was heavily influenced by the 80s era of Rush, albums like Grace Under Pressure and Power Windows, which I'm a massive fan of. Tracks like The Body Electric, Between the Wheels, and Emotion Detector were, big sources of influence specifically on this song. Kind of in the song structure, when you get to the guitar solo, how the bass and the drums kind of lock in together and do a thing while the guitar is going above, and then it kicks back into kind of the main chorus of the track is very similar to, go listen to Between the Wheels or Emotion Detector or Body Electric, like those three songs specifically, and you'll hear kind of where I got that idea from. It's just absolutely genius songwriting from Rush, and so I couldn't help myself but, kind of pay tribute to that. So lyrically, the song is kind of about it's not frustration, but it's when you look at your idols and, the music that they've done or the creativity they've put out, it can be extremely daunting and, it can almost like stymie you from putting out creative output because you just look at it and you say, how could I ever do something like that? Especially, with Rush, look at how young they were when they were putting out their albums and how prolific they were. It's unreal. And, looking at that and saying, well, I'm never going to be able to do that. It's, it makes you idle. It makes you not want to do it or not be able to think you'll be able to do it because of just that stress of looking at it. But, they took the time and they worked at it. And, if you take the time as well and just ride with those influences, you'll at least be able to put something out. It's not going to be on par with that, but it'll at least be something. And, I'm a big believer that with creativity and creative output, as long as you're getting things out and putting them out into the world, then it's important. And you're doing, your part in just the creative global whole, the whole history of creativity and humanity. It's all part to that. And so it's a bit of dealing with that frustration and seeing how much your idols have done in comparison to you, but then just saying you got to take the time and work at it and just put things out, and that's really, that's the best thing that you can do, and everything after that is gravy. And so instrument wise, it's kind of the standard go-to for Wexler's. The usual Ernie Ball Music Man that I used, D standard drop C, but for this I used my Vadim 4-string, which was the first, kind of nice instrument that I ever got. Still love this thing. It's, I think 20 years old now. And, Australian lacewood top, which I think is really cool. 4-string fretted. I think it does the trick. It helped me get a really cool, growly tone out of it. Reminiscent of kind of later era Rush, but it's kind of a mix, bass playing style, bass tone between the 80s and the later era of Geddy. But yeah, other than that, got some great synth tones with Graham Wright, who he and I kind of worked and got all the synth tones for the album. So huge shout out to him for doing that. I think got some really cool stuff on this one, as on other tracks of the album, which you'll hear. But that's kind of the long and short of it. So thanks for listening. I know it was a bit of a tangential kind of rant, but I think most of these will be like that. So hopefully you all enjoy that. In any case, stay safe. Stay tuned for more of these, and I can't wait for you to hear this track. All right, take care.